I am very different. Also turning gray, but my gray is different than yours. Not iron like yours. Not Imperial Cornelia, but gray, yes, gray. Color of a cobweb. Something white getting soiled. The gray of something forgotten. And that being the case, that being the difference between our two kinds of gray, yours and mine, you mustn't expect me to give answers that would make the house shake with silence. To speak out things that are 15 years unspoken, that long a time can make silence a wall that only dynamite could break through, and I'm not that strong enough. Not bold enough. I'm not.
Think I'm crazy about the warehouse, that I love continental shoemakers, that I want to spend 55 years of my life down in that interior with fluorescent tubes. I would rather someone pick up a crowbar and batter my brains out than go back mornings. But I go for $65 a month. I give up everything I've ever dreamed of being and doing ever. I'm going to the movies. I'm going to opium dens, Mother. Yes, opium dens. And I joined the Hogan gang. I'm a hired assassin. I carry a Tommy gun in a violin case. Sometimes they call me Killer. Killer Wingfield. Yes, I'm living a double life, Mom. A simple, honest warehouse worker by day and a dynamic underworld czar by night. Sometimes they call me El Diablo. Oh, and I can tell you things that'll make you lose sleep. You know, my enemies, they want to blow this place sky high. Yes, they're going to blow us all up, Mother, and I'll be happy, and you'll be happy too. You'll go up on a broomstick over Blue Mountain with 17 gentlemen callers, you ugly, babbling witch.
This is the dress I wore on Sundays for my gentlemen callers. Yeah, I had it on the day I met your father. Yeah, that was the spring I had the malaria fever. Invitations pouring in, parties all up and down the Delta. Stay at home, Mother said. You have fever. But I just wouldn't. I took quinine and kept on going and going. Picnics, long afternoon rides, evening dances. Lovely, just lovely, that countryside in May, all lacy with dogwood. It literally flooded with jonquils. That was the spring I had the craze for jonquils. Jonquils became an absolute obsession. Mother said, honey, we've no more room for jonquils. But still, I kept bringing more in. Whenever, wherever I went, I'd say, stop, stop, I see jonquils. And I made the young men help me gather up the jonquils. Oh, it became a joke. Amanda and her jonquils. Finally, there were no more vases to put them in, and all the available space was filled up with jonquils. No more vases, I said. Well, I'll just hold them myself. And then I met your father. Malaria fever and jonquils and then this boy.
I am not one of those incurably sick patients who you need to try to comfort. Oh, I suppose I am sick. A weak and divided person who slips among the shadows among you solid and strong ones. But sometimes, out of necessity, we shadowy people take on a strength of our own. I have that now. You needn't try to deceive me. You needn't try to comfort me. You said let's talk truthfully. Well, let's do, shamelessly even. It is no longer a secret that I love you. It never was. I have loved you since that day long ago when I asked you to read the stone angel's name with your fingers. How I remember our childhood afternoons where I had to stay indoors and practice my music and heard your playmates calling, Johnny, Johnny. How it went through me just to hear your name called. And how I would rush to the front window to see you jump over the front porch railing, and I would stand up the block so I could see your torn red sweater as it raced by in the vacant lot that you played in. Yes, this affliction of love started long ago and has kept on growing ever since. I have lived next door to you all the days of my life, a weak and divided person, standing in adoring awe of your strength, your singleness. But I wish you were to tell me now, why did it never happen between us? Why did I fail? Why were we almost close enough, and yet no closer?
Oh, I suppose I am sick. One of those weak and divided people who slip like shadows among these solid, strong ones. You needn't try to comfort me. I haven't come here on any but equal terms. You said let's talk truthfully. Well, let's do. It's no longer a secret that I love you. It never was. I loved you as long ago as the time when I asked you to read the stone angel's name with your fingers. Yes, I remember the long afternoons of our childhood when I had to stay indoors to practice my music, and how I heard your playmates calling you. Johnny, Johnny. How it went through me just to hear your name called. And how I rushed to the window to watch you jump the porch railing. I stood at a distance, halfway down the block, only to keep in sight of your torn red sweater racing about the vacant lot you played in. Yes, it began that early. This affliction of love, and hasn't let go of me ever since, but only grew. I lived next door to you all the days of my life, a weak and divided person who stood in adoring awe of your singleness, your strength. And that's my story. Now I wish you would tell me why it didn't work between us. Why did I fail? Why did you come any close and no closer?